Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about Samsung's new February update that dropped really within the last couple of days. I want to say it actually dropped like yesterday morning, probably, because I updated it yesterday evening. Let y'all know on Threads and X/Twitter that we had an update. And now it's time to check it out today. How has it been since, updating basically about 24 hours later when it comes to this update? It's not the One UI 7 update that we are just so borderline patiently waiting on, but at least Samsung is still keeping us in the know or in the loop with updates to keep our phones and our devices refined, optimized, and ready for when One UI 7 actually drops. So if we actually come into my gallery and I show you guys what this update looks like here. As you see, it's a very standard, typical monthly security patch update from Samsung. The security of the device has been improved and it weighed in just under 450 megabytes. So we know it's very small, very focused. And I know that the home screen was updated with this, so meaning they did some optimizing of the home screen, and that's a good sign because this is where we do a lot of our operations, a lot of our daily activities is with our home screen. So it's good to see that Samsung actually updated that for us. Now, if we actually go to the bulletin board for the security patches for our Android devices, I'll show you some things there as well. And here in the Android Security Bulletin, if we drop down here, we hit read, and then we select our manufacturer, which will be Samsung for us. It's going to bring up some of those changes for February, and it's nice to see that Samsung has they've been a lot faster in implementing or inserting the information for each monthly update a lot faster. Sometimes it could take them a couple days before they actually update the security updates page. But for Samsung Mobile Security, it's updated for February. And as we see here, we have updates that involve Google. We got one critical and we got a bunch of highs, no moderates, and already included in previous updates, none here. We have one that's not applicable to Samsung devices, or two, I should say. And then for Samsung, we actually have seven additional Samsung vulnerability and exposure items that are described below that Samsung had to address for their Samsung Galaxy devices. We have one here, which is another out of bounds write. We have a out of bounds read and write. We have an improper export of Android application components and settings. We have improper privilege management in Samsung Find. And then some SVE items included in the Samsung Android Bulletin Board cannot be disclosed at this time. That's very interesting. What is Samsung up to with those? Why are they not able to be yet disclosed? Is it in reference to One UI 7? A lot of our speculation is probably going to be in that time, in that mindset, in that wondering thought, because One UI 7 is really kind of like right around the corner. And so we're just going to be wondering and very curious and hopeful that this update comes very, very fast for us, for our devices, because this is what we appreciate. This is what we want to see. And so for this update, relatively short, sweet, and simple, what I did want to show you guys is Samsung has also been relatively steady with updating their apps throughout this month of February. And since we are halfway through the month, I thought since they updated their devices, let's also talk about some of the updates that they've dropped for some of their apps, because again, a lot of this is fine tuning for One UI 7. Now let's look at some of these screenshots, and right here, right on February 1st, we have the Gaming Hub and we have Samsung Wallet. Samsung Wallet received a lot of updates throughout January, so it's also good to see that they are staying up to date with the Wallet app, because digital payments is really taking a surge throughout the last couple of years, and it's probably only going to get way more useful and way more preferred, even with retail and where we shop. And since we do a lot of shopping online, we're going to be using digital payments. So it's good to see that that was updated. We also see that the continuity service was updated around February 2nd. So that's also good to see there. Swipe here, February 4th. The Galaxy Buds 3 Pro Manager app was updated, so that's good. The controller for the Buds 3 Pro to the phone, is good to see that that finally got an update. We had got two updates to the actual Z Fold 6 itself, or Galaxy devices that broke and then fixed some features between our devices and the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So it's good to see that the Manager app for the 3 Pro is also receiving some love. And then if we swipe here, the very next day, February 5th, Samsung News received an update. Samsung Health received an update. And as you see here, now I thought it was already there, but it's good to see that they still keep that as a refresher or reminder just in case it hadn't hit your device yet. That mindfulness is now added to the Samsung Health app. So if you want to be aware of your mental health, where your state of mind is throughout the day, throughout the weeks, and actually trend your mood, that gives you some insightful information about yourself and whether or not you need to seek maybe additional help or to maybe help alleviate some potential stress and anxiety about how you are actually doing mentally. So it's good to see that we have the ability to really check in on ourselves and evaluate how we're doing over the course of our day and our life, really, as we look at our trend data over the course of time. The Samsung or the Smart Tutor was also updated for Samsung, so it's good to see there. If we swipe over here, February 6th, we saw Quick Share Agent, and the Quick Share connectivity was also updated. And here, as you see, we get what's new. So provides quick and easy selection of receiving a device by recommending the same account, my device, or frequently shared devices. Supports seamless file transmission via internet, even while sharing files out of Wi-Fi range, and supports sharing original gallery stories. And then the agent also received basically the same exact update. And so all of these app modules for QuickShare had to be updated to make sure it's as robust as possible and that everything works according to plan. So it's good to see that that was updated February 6th. Swipe on over here to February 7th. Another update hit the Samsung Health app, and maybe it was to do some fine tuning of the mindfulness feature and maybe even the personal health record, allowing that to also stay up to date and refreshed. And again, Samsung Health, a very, very great, robust health app that really does a good job of allowing you to really stay tuned with how you are tracking your fitness, tracking your health, tracking your eating habits, whatever you need. This Samsung Health app does a very, very fine job at recording, keeping that information, and keeping it secure. Now, February 7th also received the Samsung Pass update, which is good because that's where our passwords are. That's another kind of access point for our information that needs to stay secured. So it's good to see that that got an update. And then February 10th, Bixby got an update. The Bixby Wake Up and Samsung Find got an update, along with the link to Windows service. So again, with Bixby specifically, it's very, how should I put it? I think it's very interesting because I think we all assume that Bixby is basically getting turned into Galaxy AI. So it's good. It's interesting to see that Bixby got an update in this manner, kind of on the heels of One UI 7 hitting our devices. And then there's that. And then here we got Samsung Cloud, Samsung Wallet Digital Key, and the Samsung Text to Speech. Also all got updated February 13th, which was yesterday. And then as of today, or still yesterday, the Wallet Digital Key got an update as well. And then that's where we're at in the terms of February 14th or February 13th, really receiving the February update for our Galaxy devices. Now, if we back out and we actually come into the Galaxy Store, let's see what happens if we check to see, and there is some updates, and that's TikTok. So we're not even worried about TikTok. It's so weird how some of these apps will update via the Galaxy Store and then also via the Play Store. And so if we check the Play Store, we'll see if there's any updates over here as well. And upon checking, there's 13 updates. And if we select it and see the details to see what those updates are, and Android AI Core is getting updated, and that's an 8.8 megabyte size. So that's, I won't say a relatively big deal, but it's good to see that the AI Core is getting updated because we need that for Google Gemini and we need that for Galaxy AI. Now, in terms of anything else, the speech and recognition and synthesis, that's interesting. That's receiving an update. TikTok's also updating over here, so that's also interesting. And that's pretty much it for Samsung specific devices and apps in terms of the updates that we're receiving so far. Again, from February basically 14th through March 1st. I'll drop a video around March 1st detailing the other updates that we got for Samsung devices, for Samsung apps around that time frame, because it's interesting to see how Samsung has really picked up the pace and been more steady with daily updates for their first party apps. So let me know down in the comment section below, have you received the February update yet for your Galaxy device? Are you excited for One UI 7? What else in Samsung's world are you looking forward to? So again, I do thank you guys again for everything. We just crossed 9,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, and we're on the journey another 1,000 before we cross that beloved 10,000 subscriber mark. I appreciate all you guys along this journey. Those new, those returning, and yet have forgotten to hit the subscribe button. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, so that way you never miss my videos. It's all free, so you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And don't forget to hit that super thanks button down there by the like and dislike button, Cash App and PayPal, and check the channel out for all the videos available to you. That's where to keep tech fresh and live on this channel. Remain Micah signing out until the next video. Wait for it.